All right, you guys, welcome to class. This is my vocabulary slash pronunciation hour. I kind of like to do, mix it all in there together. This hour we're going to be talking about the Berlin Wall. Okay, so learning new vocabulary words, practicing the pronunciations, and we have a short history that we're going to read through as well. So in those we'll practice the vocabulary words, practice our pronunciations, and then we may get into some discussion questions about the Berlin Wall as well. Okay, so if you do not or cannot find the link for this class, where the class materials are located, let me hand the link out to you right now. There we go. All right, so Abigail, how are you?
Hello, Chad. I'm a little bit nervous.
Why are you so nervous?
Because I'm willing to be a Spanish teacher.
Well, yes. Hopefully they see your video and they love it, and they offer you the position, and that would be great. I don't know how many hours right now they're handing out, but I'm sure with the popularity of, oh, hey Jordy, yeah, you've got a sound that's coming through, buddy. With the popularity that Verbling has, there's going to be a lot more people that are coming to the site to learn Spanish. All right, yeah. And I know they're going to be opening up other languages as well. So it's all very exciting.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you do? What did you do over the weekend?
Yesterday I went to eat with my boyfriend's parents.
Uh-huh. And what'd you guys eat?
What?
What did you guys eat?
We ate, I don't remember. Octopus.
Ooh, octopus. That's
really
one
good.
thing that I've had. It's really squishy.
Yeah, but it's very nice. It has a very nice taste.
Okay, so did they prepare it in a way that you really liked then?
Yeah, because here in Spain, in Galicia, which is near from where I live, mm-hmm. They prepare the octopus really good. They cook it with only water and salt, mm-hmm. and then they put the pepper. Yeah. And it tastes really good. It's like I don't know how to say it, but it's really nice.
Really? So yeah. they only have water and salt, and then they put pepper on it. That would well, my biggest complaint on it was that it was really chewy. Like you had to chew on it for a while to get through it, and then it had a fishy taste.
It depends. When it's chewy, it's not good cooked.
Oh, okay,
here,
so
it has to be good cook. I mean,
cooked well.
Not chewy.
It has to be cooked well, is how you would say that.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying because I'm still nervous.
All right. Well, yeah. When I heard back from them, it took them maybe 2 to 3 weeks, something like that, to get back with me. So yeah, just relax, and
okay.
Wait and see. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Welcome back to class. We also have Amparo. How are you?
Fine.
Excellent. It's
good.
Good. It's good to have you back. We talked about your weekend already. Now, what are your plans for this coming week? Are you going to do anything special?
Well, it's the Holy Week, so mm-hmm. we have planned to go to the church mm-hmm. Most of the days. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. That'll be really cool. Please let us know if you have any really awesome experiences, okay?
Okay.
Very cool. And Anastasia,
Yeah,
welcome
yeah.
back. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing pretty cool. Well, everything is peachy keen.
Peachy King, pretty cool.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Nice.
awesome. Well, actually, we just prepared. I was just inspired by pupusa that you talked about.
Uh-huh. The
Like,
pupusa.
yeah, and just mom, we need to prepare this one stuff, Okay, we will do it. But today we just tried one new thing, another. We just put fruits in the chocolate, then
Uh-huh.
frozen it and eat. It's kind of like healthy snack.
All right, very
Was
good.
like banana and chocolate and apples and chocolate. So
Yeah.
I was like inspired and tried to do something new,
Good.
in cooking. So
Good.
that was
Yeah.
new for today.
Awesome. That's nice. Yeah, I switched over to banana chocolate shakes. So I do a banana chocolate, and then I added peanut butter and do it for my protein. So it's a protein shake that I take in the morning. But yeah, right now I feel, I'm like out of energy. And now that you started talking about pupusas, I was like, oh no, I'm hungry again.
sorry. I guess we need to do a class about the food. Like,
Oh, that'd be fun.
maybe, yeah, to just maybe share ideas about like traditional, the food of your country. I think that
Yeah.
would be awesome.
I would love that. Yeah, but we have to talk about it completely in English. So they have to come up with like 2 dishes that and pictures to share and things like that. So
Yeah.
we can look at it and salivate and be like, ooh, that looks so good.
Yes, kind of like that.
All right, very cool. I like that idea. All right, let's see who else we have. We have Andrea. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing very well. And Andrea, it looks like I've had you in my class before. Is that right? Have you been in one of my classes?
Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah, because I remember your face. Now, Andrea, from what I remember, you are from Brazil. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Awesome.
And so tell me what your hobbies are. What do you like to do for fun?
I like watch TV and listen to music. Go out with my friend and my husband.
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds great. Well, thank you for sharing, and it's good to have you back in class.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Camilo. How are you, Camilo?
I'm doing well, teacher. Good morning, everybody, too.
Yeah. Now, Camilo, I think I've had you in my class before as well. Is that right?
Yes. I was trying to enter in the last class, but I couldn't.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Yes.
see. Camilo, please tell me what country are you from? Let me see. I have 2 guesses right now. Okay, 2 guesses. From my
I'm
first
close
guess.
to you, Nicaragua.
Oh, dang it! See, I was gonna say Ecuador. I was like, I think he's from
No.
Ecuador, but I'm not sure. Okay, so you're over in Nicaragua. Awesome. And so, hey,
Yeah.
over in Nicaragua, well, I guess that's the thing that kind of bothers me about Costa Rica is they don't have traditional foods. Well, they say they have gallo pinto, but that's rice and beans. That's not like a traditional food, right? So, but in Nicaragua, do you have traditional food there? Do you have like a plate that's just awesome?
Yeah, yes. In fact, for example, in the Easter week, or the Holy Week, we can name it, and there is almíbar. In this week, they prepare it and they eat it.
Okay, and what's the meal called?
I would really like that. I don't know.
It doesn't have any name that you use?
Almíbar.
Yeah, a meal.
Almíbar.
Oh, amíbar. Okay.
Yes.
And what does it have in it?
It has a lot of kind of fruits like a mango, jocote, grosera, with a lot of
Nice.
yes.
I like that. That sounds delicious. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. Very cool. All right, well, welcome back to class, Camilo from Nicaragua. I got to remember that.
Thank you.
Camilo Castro. Okay, awesome. Let's go to Inga. Inga, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks.
Excellent. So, tell me something new, Inga. What's going on at work? Anything interesting, or is it completely boring?
Yeah, no, boring because a lot of work. You haven't any time to be boring.
Okay,
To
all
feel
right.
bored.
And do you like it when there's a lot of work to do, or is that frustrating to you?
Actually, I like to be busy when I'm at work. Otherwise, I don't understand why people is going there. Yeah,
All right.
but
Yeah.
but it's very hard to go to work, especially on Mondays after the weekend.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's always the truth. All right. Very cool. Thank you, and welcome back to class, Inga.
Yeah.
Let's go to Jordy. Jordy, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Now, Jordy, you were in my class last night, right?
Yes,
All right. And how was everything for you? Did you enjoy the classes?
very good.
Awesome. Now, Jordy, I was almost asleep last night, and my brain was not working all of the way. So please remind me, Jordy, where are you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay,
Wow.
so that's
Another
why I got
Ecuadorian
confused.
here.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. I saw your face, and I also saw Camilo, and I knew someone was from Ecuador. Awesome. I knew someone was. Great. Okay. And so, Jordy, what we talked a little bit last night. One of your favorite hobbies is soccer, right? You
Yeah.
enjoy playing soccer.
Yes,
Great. Well, cool. Welcome back to class. It's good to have you here, Jordy.
okay.
Okay. And Max, how you doing, Max?
Hello, teacher. I'm doing well.
Great. What are your plans for this week? Are you
I'm
planning
gonna
on
go
doing
to
anything?
course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Especially, I'm working like such like the shift. That's why maybe I have not enough time, time to time. So maybe I may go to course, and later on I can hang out with my friends and my cousin. And maybe I set out with my girlfriend.
There you go. You have to add some time in there for the girlfriend, right?
Maybe just a little bit of journey, you know.
Okay.
Uh,
Great. Yeah. So
no, the weather is not so cold in my country. A little bit cold and the rainy weather. It has to be hard weather condition.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for I'm looking forward to good weather, sunny weather.
I bet. It's always nice to go from cold weather into warmer weather, and it feels much better. You feel happier when it's sunny outside. All right, very good. Thank you, Max. Thank you for sharing.
I mean, I would like to go something around with sunny weathers. No,
Sure,
not cold
definitely,
weather.
definitely. All right, and let's go to our last student here. This is Rachel. Rachel, how are you? Rachel, can you hear me okay? All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, everybody. We are going to be talking about the Berlin Wall today. I gave you the link once already. I shall give it to you once again because I'm just that nice. Just kidding. All right, so we are going to be taking a look at this document, and it is right here. Okay, so when you open it up, this is what it's going to look like. All right, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. Okay, and what I would like for you to do is to scroll down. We're going to pass all this right here. And we're going to go to our vocabulary words. All right, and we have a couple different reviews that we're going to do. Okay, we'll probably do 2 of these and then get into reading, mainly because of Hangouts, and I came in late due to Google Hangouts. So what we're going to do is read through the vocabulary words on the right-hand side. You see this, 1 through 10. Okay, and their answers are mixed up on the, this is the left-hand side, and this is the right-hand side. So the answers are on the right-hand side, A through J. The vocabulary words are on the left. Okay, let's start off on the left-hand side for this hour. We're going to start off with Abigail, and let me have you read number 1, and then tell me what you believe the definition would be.
Okay, barrier, and it may be I don't know.
All right. Well, let's take a look at some things here.
I don't know.
Okay. Stop something from happening. Something that stops movement. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That looks like this is going to be the best answer here. So D. Okay. Now, a barrier. Okay. If we were to use this in a sentence, I would say the military put up a barrier across the street so that it would stop the people from getting to where the governor was at. Okay.
Yeah.
They put up a quick barrier. So if you've seen, yeah.
I thought it could be something like that, but I didn't find a perfect meaning. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't have an exact or perfect meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's more of what a barrier would be. Okay, a wall, you know, it can be a quick barrier. It can be a barrier of tires. It can be a barrier of cars.
Like in parkings, yeah.
Yeah. So that thing coming down. Yeah, if it's really thick. If not, I mean, a barrier is really going to be something that stops movement. With that arm thing that comes down, that's not going to stop you. You can bust right through that. But if it's those bars that come up, have you seen those? They're like round tubes that are solid steel. Okay, that's a barrier. That's going to stop you. If you try and drive through that, your car will not make it through that. Okay, so that would be one barrier. All right, let's go to Amparo. Number 2, please.
Tension. Edge. Problems. Stress. Difficult relations.
Okay, so difficult. So problems, stress, difficult relations. Okay. All right, nice pronunciations there. Okay, just remember this letter is pronounced H instead of H. We say A H. Try that.
H.
Good. Okay. How about number 3, please? And this is for Anastasia.
45. Well, let me see. Because for me it's a new word. Make stronger. Maybe.
Yes, it's going to be make stronger. Okay, now this word, the way that we pronounce that would be fortify.
Fortify.
Okay, one more time with the D sound there. Fortify.
Fortify. No, fortify.
Okay, give me an F sound. We're gonna fortify with an F at the end.
Fortify.
Good, fortify. Okay. Now, this word can be used in many different ways. You wouldn't say that I'm going to the gym to fortify my muscles. Okay, you would not say that. Okay, fortify would mean making something that's already there stronger. So if we have a barrier, okay, let's say we have a barrier that's made of wood, okay. and your boss or whatever says, hey, go fortify that wall, the wood wall, with cement. Okay, so you put cement up behind it, and now that is going to be stronger. Okay, so we would say that. You can also say sometimes food, okay, or a drink. Okay, if it's a health drink or something like that, they would say fortified with vitamins D and A. Okay, so it's making it stronger or making it better. All right, and that would help your body. Yeah, what's up?
Can we say like fortify your health?
You can say fortify your health by taking pills that do this. Yeah.
Examples. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, and we would use the word by there. Okay, by doing this or by taking this. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's go to Andrea. Please do number 4.
Abroad. I think it is overseas in a foreign country.
All right, and overseas. Now that word is overseas. Try that, please.
Overseas.
Good, good. All right, and let's practice your D sound at the end. At the end here, you said abroad, okay, and pronounced in more of an sound at the end. So let's stop right on that D. We're going to say abroad.
Abroad.
Good. One more time. Abroad.
Abroad.
Good. Nice job. Okay. Let's go to number 5. And this is for Azar. How are you? Is it Azar or is it Azar? Make sure that your microphone is not muted. Okay, let me go to Camilo while you're sorting out your microphone, because Azar, I cannot hear you right now. All right, so Camilo, let me have you do number 5, please.
Diplomat. I think is a person who represents her government. Is it right?
Let's see, a person who represents her government in another country. Yes, that would be a diplomat. Now, on this word, instead of saying diplomat, we would usually pronounce that O as an sound, saying diplomat. Okay. All right, very good. Let's go to number 6. Let's go to number 6, please, Inga.
Military.
And let me have everybody else please mute your microphones until it's your turn. Go ahead and repeat that word, Inga.
Military. Army.
Yeah, so army. Yeah, that would. It's pronounced army.
Army.
Yeah, military. Okay, so that's interesting because we have an AR sound here, or letters here, and AR here. They're pronounced absolutely differently. So we say military, and we say army. Okay, good job. All right, let's do number 7. This is for Jordy.
Yes. Personnel. An order that sometimes must not be done.
Okay, now this word is actually pronounced like this. We say personnel.
Personnel.
Yeah, so here's the difference, class. Personnel, okay, this is going to be workers. Workers, staff, that is personnel. Okay?
Yeah.
If we have an AL at the end, okay, an AL at the end, that is personal, with the accent at the very beginning of the word.
Okay.
Okay, personal, just like that. And this is something that is unique to you, okay, or a feeling that is based on yourself. So that is personal. So I could say, Jordy, how old are you? And And you could say, that's personal, man. Don't ask me what my age is. All right, so that's personal. So it's private information. It's something unique to yourself that sometimes you want to keep private. Okay. So yeah, personnel. That is staff or workers. Personal is something that's private and unique to you. All right, very good. Let's go to Max. Max, let me have you do number 8, please.
Prevent.
Okay, prevent.
Yeah. Answer is should be something that stops movement.
Okay, very similar. Now, something that stops movement, okay, would be a barrier. Okay. Now, let me say this: a barrier prevents. Okay, a barrier is a noun. Prevent is a verb. A barrier prevents people from getting into the building.
Yeah.
So what would the word prevent mean then? What definition here? What do you think?
It stop something working. I mean, it's the prevent opening door, something like that.
Yeah, it's to prevent them from opening a door. Yeah, so our definition here would be stop something from happening. So if we're talking about a door or a car from moving down the road, okay, or prevent someone from speaking, okay, yeah, it's to stop something from happening. Okay?
Yeah, maybe at the same time it should be the answer stop something that stops movement. It should be the same answer at the same time.
Almost. Mainly because when we are referring to something that is describing a noun. Something would be a noun. Now, to stop something, we would then be talking about a verb. Okay? And
Yeah,
barrier,
okay.
a barrier is a noun and prevent is a verb. Okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, awesome. Good questions, though. Nice comments. Let's go to number 9. And let's see, Gloria, it looks like you came in just a little bit afterwards. Let me have you take number 9, okay, Gloria?
Okay. Can you listen me well?
I can hear your voice.
Okay. Well, number 9, injurious. I think it could be to hurt something
Yes,
or somebody.
hurt. Yes, hurt. Good. All right, now, Gloria, this word here is pronounced like this. Please repeat. Injured. Injured.
Injured.
Good. One more time. Injured.
Injured.
Great. Now, Gloria, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Spain, exactly in Catalonia.
Excellent. Okay, well, good to have you here.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's go to my other Spaniard. And Abigail, let me have you do number 10, please.
Okay. Then it's to an order that something must not be done.
Good. Now, let's practice this A sound here, okay? It sounded like you gave me a short E saying ben, okay? Remember, we want to say ba, ban.
Okay.
More of an A sound there. So we're
I
gonna
have problems with the short E.
Okay.
And short I.
Yes, sometimes those short sounds, like the short E, the short I, that short A sound, sometimes they can be difficult.
You have to make a class of pronunciation. Okay.
Okay, definitely. All right, so yeah, let's practice that. So instead of saying ben, we're going to say ban.
Ban.
Good. Okay, ban. Yeah, and that is an order that something must not be done. Excellent. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and scroll up. We've got about 20 minutes left in our class, and we're going to practice these vocabulary words and read them in a sentence. We're going to be practicing our pronunciation as well. Okay, and let's start off with Amparo. Let me have you read the first two paragraphs, please.
Okay. The Berlin Wall was a barrier that separated West Berlin from East Berlin and the rest of East Germany. After World War II, the city of Berlin was divided into four sectors. The Soviet Union controlled the eastern sector. The United States, Britain, and France controlled its western sector.
Okay, very good. Now, let's practice the word Britain.
Britain.
Yeah, so that accent goes at the very beginning, Britain.
Britain.
Okay, and the name Berlin, we put that accent there at the very end. So instead of saying Berlin, we say Berlin.
Berlin.
Okay, let's try that one more time. There you had said Berlin, okay, and we want to say Berlin.
What is the correct one?
Okay, so this is the difference. Now, if I were to say puerta instead of or puerta, okay, so you hear the difference. So we're putting the accent on a different part of the word. You're putting the accent at the beginning, saying Berlin.
Berlin.
The accent needs to be at the end, saying Berlin.
Berlin.
There you go. That's it. Berlin.
Berlin. Okay.
There, nice. Okay, good. Okay, Anastasia, I believe you are next. Let me have you read the next paragraph, starting with East Berliners.
East Berliners could still visit, shop, and even work in West Berlin. But by 1961, East Germany, poor economy, and increased political tension between the Soviet Union and the West caused thousands of East Germans to move to the West. To stop people from leaving on August 12, 1961, a wall was built to close the border.
Okay, good. All right, now let's practice the word the West.
The West.
Good. Okay,
West.
so let's check out. We're going to say this line right here. We're going to say, tension between the Soviet Union and the West caused thousands of East Germans to move to the West. Focusing on that TH in the, okay, and a good W sound in West. Okay, go for it.
Okay, from tensions or just
from
okay.
tensions.
Tension between the Soviet Union and the West caused thousands of East Germans to move to the West.
All right, excellent, much better. Nice job. Okay, let's go to our next paragraph. And Andrea, let me have you read this here. The Berlin Wall. Go for it.
The Berlin Wall began as a barbed wire fence, but was eventually fortified with concrete slabs. It was 96 miles long and almost 12 feet thick. Checkpoints along it allowed tourists from abroad, diplomats, and Western military personnel to cross into East Berlin. Guards patrolled it to prevent escapes, but 5,000 people escaped over the wall into West Berlin. Another 192 were killed and 200 were injured in the failed attempt.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's practice some of these words. Okay, I want to focus on the D endings, and more specifically the ED endings. Okay. Now, if a word ends with an L, okay, or the L sound, all right, the ED will sound like a D, and we would skip over that E sound. So instead of saying killed, we would say killed. Try that.
Yes, killed.
Good, good. Okay, now the same thing goes if it ends with a R sound. Okay, now this E in the word injure is silent. We would not say injure, okay? But when we add a D at the end, Okay, we only pronounce the D. So instead of saying injured, we would say injured.
Injured.
Good. All right. So we just talked about the word killed. Now, how would we pronounce this word right here? What do you think, Andrea?
What?
How would we pronounce this word right here that I'm highlighting? It's the second to last word in the paragraph.
I don't know.
Okay. Remember, we talked about the word kill. Okay,
Yeah.
that ends with an L sound, and then we added the ED. We would then say killed, right?
Yeah.
So this word here ends with an L as well. The word is fail. And when we add an ED there, how would we pronounce that ED?
In the first line.
Okay, so we would say failed.
Failed.
Failed. Okay, so
Failed.
we'd go right to that D sound.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, pay close attention because here in probably about 2 weeks I'm going to do the ED endings class. Okay, and I'd like for you to participate in that so that we can practice more of the ED endings with you. Okay, so you can get the rules and understand why and how we pronounce those. Okay.
Thank you.
Other than that, you're doing very well. So keep up the good work. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go to our next paragraph about 1987. This is for Azad. Did you get your microphone working, buddy? Azad? Not so much. Okay, how about Gloria? Let's have you read here.
Okay. About 1987, the politician situation began to change. Mikhail Gorbachev, president of the Soviet Union, eased tensions with the West and introduced... Sorry, I have an error in the screen. One moment.
Okay.
Eased tension with the West and introduced some liberal reforms, including more open government. Citizens in other communist... Oh, sorry, my screen don't work well.
All right.
I have an error and I can read. Citizens in other communist-controlled European countries began to demand similar reforms.
Okay, good. All right. So what I would like to do is practice your R sound. All right.
Okay.
So, for example, on the word reforms, you had said reforms. Okay. Use the small rolled R. So instead of saying reforms, we're going to say reform. Try that.
Reforms.
Good. Good. All right. Let's practice that on the word introduce.
Introduce.
Okay, excellent. Okay, much better. Let's see. We're going to practice it with the word president.
President.
Okay, one more time. President.
President.
All right. And on the word countries.
Countries.
Okay, one more time. Countries.
Countries.
Good. Nice job. Nice job. So you can definitely pronounce, excuse me, you can definitely pronounce those R sounds very well. What it'll take for you is just slowing down a little bit, recognizing before you start reading, you have to think mentally, okay, sometimes I pronounce the R sounds fabulously and fireworks go off and they sound amazing. Other times I use a rolled R, okay? But if I focus on it, I'll be able to pronounce them properly, okay? And after you focus on it, your mind and your mouth will start working together, and they're like, all right, I can say this. This is cool. And then you can work on something else, okay? But
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
other than that, you're doing very well. Nice job, Gloria. All
Thanks.
right, let's go to Inga. Inga, go ahead and read the next paragraph, please, starting with in 1989.
In 1989, large anti-government demonstrations in East Germany forced the government to resign. The new government promised to lift the travel ban for East Germans. On November 9th, a government minister mistakenly announced that they could cross into West Berlin immediately. That night, thousands went to the wall, and the overwhelmed guards opened the checkpoint to let them through.
Wow, okay. That's something I did not know. All right. Now, I do want to practice the word immediately.
Immediately.
Okay. One more time. Immediately.
Immediately.
Good. Okay, let's practice the word overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Okay, one more time. Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Good, good. Now, here in the word immediately, that E sound here, you would use more of a short E sound. Okay, and overwhelmed, you were very close, and I would just wanted to perfect it just a little bit more. Other than that, excellent job. Okay, your S sounds and your TH sounds. It didn't look like we had any. Oh, we had one ED here, forced. Okay, yeah, everything else sounded really good. Nice job, Inga.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go to Jordy. Jordy, let me have you read this last couple sentences, please. Within a year.
Within a year, the Berlin Wall was dismantled, except for short sections that were left as memorials. East and West Germany were unified on October 3, 1919.
Okay, good. All right, so I want to practice a couple things here, okay? So, this word here is memorials.
Memorials.
Okay, one more time. Memorials.
Memorials.
Very good. Now here, in pronouncing a date, okay, we would use cardinal numbers and we would say October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Okay, one more time. October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Excellent. All right, and this number here would be 1990.
1990.
Okay, good, good. Nice job. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and scroll down. We're going to answer some of these questions down here. Let's go to Max. Your question here is, what was the Berlin Wall?
Where is the question?
It's on page number 2, at the top of the page where it says B, practicing asking and answering questions, or asking the following questions.
Oh, okay, I got you. The Berlin Wall is like the barrier, to separate the west and east way. To prevent to go other side through the wall. You prevent to go people through the wall. You prevent this just barrier.
Good, good, good use of our vocabulary words.
Wall. Separated wall. Yeah.
Good words of good use of our vocabulary words. You had used barrier as well as prevent. Okay, so yes, the Berlin Wall was there to prevent people from crossing from the east into the west. West Germany was communist Germany at that time. I believe the Soviet Union was governing that area. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for your answer. Let's go to number 2, and this is for Abigail.
Hello. Shall I read the question?
Sure, go ahead and read that.
Why was the Berlin Wall built? Well, it was built because after the war, the city was divided. One part was controlled by Russia or the Soviet Union, and the other part was controlled by the United States, France, and Britain. So there were like different cities.
Yes, completely different cities. Interesting. Okay, excellent answer there. Let's go to number 3, and this is for Amparo.
Describe the Berlin Wall. It was big one, 96 long,
96 what?
miles,
There you go, 96 miles. Great
19
job.
miles long, and
Okay.
almost 12 feet thick.
Whew, that's thick.
That's what?
Okay.
Big one.
That's thick.
Okay, thick.
Okay, good. Anything else you want to say about the Berlin Wall?
Eventually, at first it was a wire fence, but then they changed it from fortified with concrete.
There you go. Yeah, so they fortified it.
It becomes big barrier in order to stop the movement from one side to another.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent use of our vocabulary word, fortified. Okay, they fortified it. It was barbed wire and wood, and then they fortified it with cement. Okay, good. All right, let's go to number 4, and this is for Anastasia. Number 4, please.
Who was allowed to cross into East Berlin? Well, actually, it was Western military personnel who can cross East Berlin, and some diplomats.
Okay.
Well, Eastern Berlin's also can cross. I think that's it.
And why do you think those were the only people that could?
Well, actually, just to prevent escapes.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the whole idea about communism is controlling people to do what you want them to do, and so they didn't want people to escape. They didn't want. I mean, they were controlling their territory, and so the other terrible thing about communism is that they say that everybody's equal, but there's always people that are at the top that are better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they always get to do whatever they want to do. So, communism is not always the best way to go.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, can I just add one thing? You know,
Sure.
about the Cold War. Have you ever heard? When I read in Russian about the Cold War, they say that it's fault of America, you know. And when I read the American article about this, they say it was fault of yes, yeah. It's just you know it's so ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know where is the truth.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to things like that, you never know exactly what is the actual truth, because a lot of times with information that's given out to the public, they control it. You know, I'm just glad it's over. I don't think very many people actually like war or are in favor of it. I certainly am not. But so I'm glad it's over and done with. I do remember watching the news when I was younger. At that time, I was when it came down in 1989, I was 8 years old. But I remember on the news, because I used to watch the news at night with my parents, and I remember my parents talking about it and how amazed and how surprised they were that this actually happened. But it was the president of Russia and the president of the United States working together, you know, to stop communism and to let people live their lives in freedom. Is really what they were getting towards.
You know, in Cuba, still kind of like communism.
Yeah,
it still exists.
It's true.
Yeah, and you know what I wonder. Like every time I was born in USSR. but I live in Kazakhstan, so USSR doesn't exist. Doesn't exist anymore, and I'm just wow, interesting. I'm just too old that I even was born in the USSR. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Okay.
All right, very cool, you guys. Well, thank you all so very much for coming to class today. I hope you had your pen and paper out and you were taking notes, okay, on pronunciation as well as new vocabulary words and how we can use them. Okay. My next hour is going to be a grammar hour, I believe. We are going to be talking about future perfect. Yeah, this is my intermediate class. I do have another grammar lesson I'm going to be doing today, but it is for my beginners. Okay, so yeah, take a look. You'll see when I'm going to be doing both. But yes, this next hour is my grammar hour for about that intermediate or so, going over future perfect tense. Okay, all right, you guys. See you later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.